Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Dan.
We play the flute.
Welcome to Case Files. Today we're going to be showing you everything we keep in our case that helps us play our flutes.
We are also going to show you how we put the flute together and how we make the first sounds on the flute. Let's take a look.
The first thing we have inside our case is another case.
The first piece that we have in here is called the head joint.
The next piece we have is called the body.
And the final piece is the foot joint.
Before we start putting together the flute, we're going to talk about how to get a sound. And when you get a sound, the first thing you need to do is make a sound on the head joint. When you put it up to your face, you make sure that it's facing to the right, because flutes are always right. You scoop it under your lip, say E,
E,
then oo,
oo,
and then you blow down kind of like you're trying to blow out a candle that's in front of you.
Once we have our first sound, we can put the instrument together. We grab the head joint and the body in the other hand, being careful not to smash any of the keys. We put the head joint into the body of the flute, and we make sure that the sound hole is lined up with the first key. Then we grab the foot joint, being careful not to smash the keys, and we put the foot joint on the end of the body. Now we're ready to make some sound. The first thing to know about playing the flute is where to put your fingers. There are a lot of keys on the flute, and I don't have as many fingers as there are keys. So it's important to make sure that your fingers are lined up on the correct keys. The flute is played by doing different combinations of finger placements on the keys to produce your sound.
If I do this combination of fingers, and then I put the head joint just like we placed it earlier, this would be the note D. Then if I change my fingers to a different combination, this would get a different note. So this is the note F. But you can also change notes without changing the finger combination. So if we do that same note F and just blow down, we can get a low note. And with that same finger combination again, if we blow up, we can get a really high note.
Flutes are known for playing really high. I'm going to play the highest note on the flute. It is a C.
Ooh, that's pretty high. Flutes can also play really low. I'm going to play the lowest note on this flute, which is a B.
Let's play a scale.
All right. All right, let's take a look at what we have in our cases. One thing that I keep in my case, a toothbrush and toothpaste, because I always like to make sure that my mouth is nice and clean before I play the flute so I don't blow any nasty stuff into there.
And in case you do blow nasty stuff into your flute, this is a flute swab. It's weighted on the end so you can drop it through the body of the flute and pull the cloth through.
Another thing I keep in my case is a flute stand. This little guy sets up the legs and then makes it so you can set your flute on here and have it right next to you when you're sitting in rehearsal.
One of the most important things to have in your case is a pencil. You should always have a pencil in every rehearsal.
One thing I keep in my case is an egg shaker, just in case I'm not feeling it enough.
Because there's so many parts and screws and keys on the flute, I keep a screwdriver in my case in case I need to make a very quick repair.
I like to keep a piece of clear plastic in my case, and I can put it over my music to hold it down so it doesn't blow away.
Inside my case, I have another case. This is called the Piccolo. And the Piccolo is very similar to the flute. Look, it's almost the same. We put it together the same way. And we play it the same way. And we put our fingers in the same places. But the difference between the piccolo and the flute is that the piccolo makes higher sounds. It's very common for flute players in the orchestra to be able to play the flute and the piccolo.
And that's everything we've got in our cases. We hope you enjoyed learning about everything we keep in our case and a little bit about how to play the flute and the piccolo.
Thank you for watching Case Files with the Reno Phil.